ANC Secretary General Fikile has reaffirmed that the party is continuing its clean-up operation to root out corruption within its ranks. And speaking during a media briefing on day 3 of the ANC's National General Council in Boksburg, Balula declared that the organization remains fully committed to its journey of renewal. Balula further stated that the ANC is currently focused on restoring stability as well as discipline as part of its broader renewal strategy.
The ANC will be over 1 million members by January if we give that report in January 8 in all the provinces in terms of the state of membership. Now, we are not reporting lies. We're reporting the qualitative nature of the growth of the organization. That, yes, mass is important, but quality is our main emphasis in terms of this task of rebuilding the African National Congress. We are moving the organization from chaos, anarchy, ill-discipline, and all of that to good, ethical organization, root and branch throughout the country.
All right, let's get the very latest now on the ANC's National General Council with SABC News senior reporter Natasha Phiri, who joins us from Birchwood at, of course, the proceedings. Natasha, a good afternoon to you once again. So earlier on, we heard that ANC NEC members that are actually charged with corruption have actually been banned from attending this particular NGC as part of its renewal processes. So who exactly is in there besides Malusi Gigaba?
Well, thank you so much, Alicia. Indeed, we've heard that. And of course, this is a part of the ANC's renewal process and strengthening issues around integrity, and the moral integrity of the party as stated in its very own discussion documents. And as we delve into the issue that you've mentioned and various other issues, Alicia, I'm joined by the ANC's chairperson in the province of Mpumalanga, Ndlovu. Mr. Ndlovu, thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. In his midterm report, the ANC Secretary General had actually lauded the province of Mpumalanga as one of the best performing provinces, of the ANC, saying that the ANC remains functional in Mpumalanga. The province has shown great determination and a comeback in rebuilding the ANC in the province. What do you have to say to this?
We want to thank this opportunity to talk to our viewers. We know that we did not perform very well in the last elections. The ANC attained 51% in terms of the electoral support. We took a conscious decision that we're going to rebuild our structures in Mpumalanga. We're happy that now the ANC is stronger than 2024 when we contested elections. We have got branches that are ready to contest for 2026 local government elections. So our structures are ready. We are ready for 2026 local government elections. We prioritize also political education, knowing that we must have a strong membership. It's only strong membership that can be able to participate in the building of our structures in Mpumalanga. We are united as the ANC in Mpumalanga. It's only a united ANC that can unite our alliance in Mpumalanga and the people of Mpumalanga to fight for 2026 local government elections. We are ready, and we think that since, according to our understanding now and the research now, we think that we're still enjoying political monopoly in Mpumalanga.
You talk about the alliance, and one of the main key issues here that are being discussed is the issue of the SACP going it alone. We heard from the Secretary General of the ANC, Mr. Fikile, saying that efforts to convince the SACP, have now been thwarted. The SACP is determined to contest the elections alone, and now what needs to be discussed are the modalities around this, how this will happen, whether the ANC will tell its members, listen, vote for the ANC and not the SACP. Your inputs as Mpumalanga province?
Yeah, as a Mpumalanga province, we have been working very well with the Alliance General in Mpumalanga. With the SACP, I think we are also engaging. Last week they phoned me when there was a rumor mill that I was intending to reshuffle EXCO in Mpumalanga and remove their chairperson. And we said that we'll continue to engage if there's such a decision that we can take as a province. They must know that first we'll have to put our heads together, we'll engage and take a decision. In the main, decisions that we're taking in Mpumalanga is in the best interest of the alliance. So we don't wish, we never thought that we'll find ourselves one day contesting for election independently from the SACP or SACP independently from the ANC. But we think that this important gathering in between the conferences will assist us to unite the alliance so that together we'll face 2026 local government elections as a team, as a unit.
Do you think it's too late to convince them otherwise? Do you think maybe on the eve of the election they could decide to actually support the ANC and rescind their decision?
It is never too late to take correct decisions. So we think that because there was a commitment which was made by the organization that there will be also another bilaterals in January. We hope that that important meeting will assist all of us, the Alliance, SACP, and also including the ANC. But our wish is that the leadership may maybe try to find one another where there are differences. We wish that we can be able to iron out our differences so that we'll face these elections as a team.
I'm keen to know what the inputs the province made in terms of issues around the integrity of the organization, strengthening the Integrity Commission, issues around local government as well.
Yeah, as an organization, we said that it will be good for us to build first the consciousness of our own comrades to know what is wrong and what is right. We are building the consciousness of our comrades to understand that the resources that they are supposed to distribute on behalf of government is not their resources, that they should not prioritize themselves and their families. They must put their interests in their pockets and prioritize the interests of the people of Mpumalanga. So we know now that all our leaders, they have got their own sense of wonder, their own sense of discipline. So they respect the people first and respect their own positions.
I'm interested in knowing, as provincial leaders and other provincial structures, do you share best practices? I mean, Mpumalanga, you say, and the midterm report says you are turning around the tide in the province. Do you share these mechanisms as how you're doing that with other provinces? KZN, the PTT is going to be disbanded. Balula says, there's so many failures. They set up an interim structure to deal with reviving the branches there, and strengthening the branches, but instead people are so preoccupied with, positions.
Yeah, we always learn from the best. We know that there are certain provinces that are very good in political education. We have got other provinces that are good in mass mobilization. So we'll always share these best practices. Ourselves and Limpopo, who are sharing in the main, our features are the same. So we'll always engage with the leadership of Limpopo. Yeah. We even convene sometimes meetings where the PwC of Mpumalanga will engage with the PwC of Limpopo, where last we're discussing that the two provinces, if we can unite and ensure that we also unite our structures differently as different provinces so that we'll defend the African National Congress, because we know that the two provinces, if we can work very well, we can be able to give the ANC more than 50%, because our understanding is that the 40% that we attained in the last election should be the highest point, the graph. This one should be the lowest point, not the highest point.
Yeah.
We should the graph should start to grow. 40% should be the lowest point. So we want to see the graph starting to grow. So in the next election, our understanding is that the ANC will be above 50%.
Mr. Ndlovu, and we will hold you to task.
Okay.
That is the ANC Provincial Chair in Mpumalanga, Mr. Mandla Ndlovu, hoping that the electoral gains or fortunes of the ANC in Mpumalanga will increase in the next elections, hoping for more than 50%. Of course, we've spoken to him on a number of issues, integrity, Alicia, the inputs that they'll be making as a province, in these various discussion documents. We hope to speak to the Premier of Limpopo, Ms. Poppy Ramotuba, in the next hour, as well as an analyst. And of course, we are still bringing you contributions out of the NGC. With that said, it's back to you in studio.
Thank you so much to SABC News senior political reporter Natasha Phiri joining us live from the ANC's NGC taking place in Birchwood in Boksburg.